Welcome to episode 217 of Your Career Podcast. Hello and welcome back. I'm recording this on a sunny Sydney Saturday as it's time for me to share with you some of the exciting new LinkedIn features that have rolled out for job seekers the past few months. And this is also for all who wish to build their personal brand on LinkedIn. Now, my past 4 podcast episodes have featured interviews with some really interesting professionals, and I think that it's now time for some advice to help you to boost your career. The last 4 episodes have featured the amazing Kayla Dengate. That was episode 213. She's the LinkedIn news editor in Australia with an amazing career journey. Kevin D. Turner was episode 214, and he's the US-based brand strategist extraordinaire. In 215, it was Ram Castillo, who's the host of the Giant Thinkers podcast and also a really talented design director. And my previous episode was 216 with the wonderful Phil Strasser, who's the author of Your Meat Mate cookbook. He's a talented chef and entrepreneur. So with all of those lovely interviews that I've had, it's now time for a bit of career advice, don't you think? Way back in June 2020, I discussed the new LinkedIn features released at that time, and they were the voice pronunciation feature, the resume builder feature, the third one was the job interview preparation feature, fantastic for job seekers, of course, and also the open to work banner feature. Now, I wonder, did you try any of them out? If you did, I'd love to know what you think and how they may have helped you. So pop your comments in the chat fields under this episode on my website at janejacksoncoach.com/podcast. I'd love to hear from you. Now, since June 2020, the LinkedIn product managers have been super busy creating even more amazing features and updating existing features for the better. So today I'm going to talk about, number 1, the extended length of posts that you can share. Yes, they've extended the number of characters so you can share even more of your valuable content if you wish. 2 is the LinkedIn live streaming to your profile banner. What is that all about? I'll tell you soon. And then 3 is the cover story video intro feature that people have been going absolutely wild about, and also creator mode and what that means for you. All the links to my articles on LinkedIn with even more detail about each of these features are in my show notes, so click through for more after you've listened to this podcast episode. Now, the LinkedIn product managers have been so busy this year creating fabulous new features for all of us to enjoy. So at the beginning of April 2021, they released a number of features that I'm very excited to share with you. I got access to these features at the beginning of April, so I've been testing them out, and now that we're into June 2021, I think that all of you should actually have access to them by now. So you may already have these features, but if you haven't had it rolled out to you just yet, they'll be coming. So I know you're eager to test them out yourself, but let me tell you about them. And if you've already got some of them, I'd love to hear what you're doing with them and how much you enjoy them as well. So having tested all of them, here's my roundup about the LinkedIn live streaming, the cover story video intro feature, creator mode, and first of all, the 3,000 characters that you can now have in your posts. Yes, before you used to only be able to use up to 1,200 characters, and now LinkedIn has doubled that so that you can now create a post, write more content, and up to 3,000 characters is what you're permitted. Now, that doesn't mean that just because you've got more space, you just take up all of that space. The posts still need to provide value to your readers and be relevant and really showcase your area of expertise. So the jury is still out on this one. And some people think, oh, it's great to have more characters and put more content into a post. But to be quite honest, I'm not not sure how I feel about it, because we have access to writing articles. And with articles on LinkedIn, they can be as long as you like. They can be thousands and thousands and thousands of words, not just 3,000 characters. Yes, so I'm thinking, and I'd love to know what you think as well. I'm thinking, even if it was only 1,200 characters like before, a shorter post, you could add a link to direct people to an article that you write that has more of the content. So I don't know, I'm not sure how I feel about it, but some people are very excited to have additional characters to use in their posts so that they can provide a little bit more value. Up to you, but what I like to do is to have shorter posts and then give people the option for more detail by clicking through to one of my articles, because I happen to also have the newsletter feature. So now I put all of my articles into the LinkedIn newsletter, which is pretty good. If you haven't subscribe to my newsletter yet, just go through to LinkedIn, find me, and subscribe to my newsletter. And I only release an article once every 2 weeks, and I make sure that it's jam-packed with value. Okay, so that's the extended number of characters in the LinkedIn posts. Now, the next thing I'd like to tell you about is the LinkedIn Live banner feature. Now, in the past, whenever a LinkedIn Live broadcast went live, some followers, and only some followers and connections, would receive a notification that I went live, or whoever else may be going live, were going live, and then they could click that notification to watch the broadcast. But the problem was that if you missed that notification, it would be a little bit hard to find the LinkedIn Live broadcast, and I'd be getting messages from people saying, "Can't find you, where are you?" that sort of thing. But now LinkedIn have made it much easier. So if you respond to a LinkedIn event about a live broadcast, in the past, people would struggle to find the broadcast, if they miss that notification. But now, if you know someone's going live at a certain time and you've clicked yes, yes, I want to attend this LinkedIn event that will be on LinkedIn Live, and you remember what time that person is going live, all you need to do is go to the broadcaster's LinkedIn profile and you will see the video broadcast in their cover banner. That big cover image at the top of everyone's LinkedIn profile? Well, that's the cover banner. And when they're live on LinkedIn Live streaming, that actually is the video. There won't be any sound, so you just click on that video on their profile and it'll take you directly to the live video broadcast, and you'll be able to hear the audio, and also you'll be able to comment in the chat box and join in the discussion. And it just makes it so much easier, because now people don't say, "Oh, where are you? Where are you?" All they need to do is to go to my profile and be able to see my LinkedIn Live broadcasts. Okay. Now, in my show notes, I actually have a link to my article where I have some videos explaining how this works, so you can actually see it in action to make life a bit easier for you. Now, the next feature that is new that got so many people really excited is the cover story feature. Now, I really like this because what the cover story is that it's an opportunity for you to click on the person's profile photo and it turns into a video, an intro video. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about it. When you land on someone's profile, if they have the cover story feature, you'll initially see their profile photo, but you'll know that they've got the cover story feature because there is an orange circle around their profile photo. Okay, now when you first land on their profile, if you're looking at that profile photo, it morphs into a 3-second video without audio, and then it disappears. But that's just to alert you that yes, they have a cover story video. So once that's there, you can click or tap on their profile photo and you'll be taken to the 30-second intro video of that professional. It's an excellent way for job seekers to show how well they communicate, and wonderful for business owners too, to showcase their niche, and a great addition to that voice pronunciation feature that I mentioned in episode 204, the voice pronunciation feature that was rolled out last year. So I would suggest that you have a look at the cover video feature and then record your own, because it's only 30 seconds that you're given, but that's quite a lot of time for you to talk about your wonderful promo. Now, LinkedIn provides the following notes about creating your cover story. Okay, so this is what they say: a cover story cannot exceed 30 seconds. You must be using the latest version of the LinkedIn mobile app to create and watch cover stories. So go and update your mobile app for LinkedIn. And then if you have disabled autoplay of videos on LinkedIn, and go and check your settings and privacy to see if you have disabled or enabled autoplay of videos. But if you've disabled autoplay of videos, then you won't be able to view the preview. Okay, and you can view and delete your cover story from the LinkedIn desktop site anytime that you like as well. So you can also update your own cover story from the mobile app. Now, again, in my show notes, there's a link to my article which has a step-by-step guide as to how to create your cover story. And so I think you'll find that quite helpful. Right, so the next LinkedIn feature is the creator mode feature. Now, I'm still wondering how this is actually benefiting us, but it is quite nice to have a look at, and then you decide and let me know what you think. But it's worth looking out for. So creator mode supports content creators. So if you write your own articles and you share content about your area of expertise, it actually would be a pretty useful mode to use, because it highlights the 5 hashtags that you want to be known for creating content for in the top card section of your profile. And you need to choose what your hashtags may be. So mine is career management, career transition, personal branding. I also have my own hashtag, which is Jane Career Coach. So if you want to follow the articles or content that I share on LinkedIn, if you go into the search field and put hashtag Jane Career Coach, you'll see all of the articles that I actually share with you, and it's a little bit like a screening feature, so you can find exactly what you're looking for. If you want to see my LinkedIn live broadcasts, you look for the hashtag Jane Jackson Live, and then you'll see all of my live broadcasts as well, which would be kind of fun. Now, once you activate creator mode, it adds the featured section to your profile and changes the connect button to follow, so that people can follow you. Now, what's the benefit of that? Now, on LinkedIn, you can only have a maximum of 30,000 connections, but you can have unlimited followers. Now, I don't know how many of you have got over 30,000 connections, but that does mean that you can't connect with anybody else. Now, I'm really selective with who I connect with, so I only have about 8,000 connections, because I don't want to connect with absolutely everybody. There has to be a good reason for us to connect, and share common values, etc. So, but I do have about almost 20,000 followers. So 8,000 of them are my connections, but all the rest, I've got over 10,000 people who are just following me because they enjoy the content. So I'd be interested to know, how many connections have you got and how many followers have you got? If you've got a lot more followers than connections, that means you must be creating interesting content that people like to read and they want to learn more about what you're sharing. Okay, so start to think of yourself as a content creator so that you can build your brand on LinkedIn. So whether you're a job seeker or whether you're currently working in a role or you run your own business, you can be a content creator. It's so good for branding. Now, back to creator mode. You'll notice that when you have activated creator mode, the new activity section will display your 6 most recent posts, whereas without creator mode, it just shows all of your recent activities, even if you've just liked or commented on someone else's post. But once it's in creator mode, it only focuses on your posts. So that's quite good for your branding, yes? Now, here's what LinkedIn says about setting up creator mode, and this is in their words. So turn on creator mode on your profile to grow your reach and influence on LinkedIn. As a LinkedIn creator, you can share the topics you post about the most. So that'll make it easier for other LinkedIn members to discover your content and follow you. What do you think of that? So Once you turn on creator mode, connect button will change to follow. Then your profile will display the number of followers you have in your profile intro. You can choose to display the topics you post about in your profile intro too. And then LinkedIn automatically reorders your profile to show your featured and your activity sections first. So then it all ends up being about you initially. And again, it's branding, branding, branding. So your activity section will be expanded to showcase more of your recent content and will no longer show your likes, comments, and other activity. Because do people really need to know that after all? Okay, so that's all quite interesting, and I wonder if you have been given access to any of those features yet, because I'd love to hear what you think of them, as there may be mixed reviews, even though I do love most of them, and I wonder what new features will be released next on LinkedIn. Have you got any predictions? I wonder. So I hope that this has been interesting for you. And as I say, all the links to my articles about LinkedIn features are in my show notes. So, click through and have a look once you finish listening to this podcast episode. I just want to tell you, also, would you like to join me on Monday, the 14th of June at 8 p.m. Sydney time? Because I'm hosting a group coaching call just for 1 hour. That's Monday, the 14th of June. And I'll be covering how to work with recruiters, what recruiters are really looking for, and also how to ensure your resume gets past the applicant tracking system. So if you want to join me, you'll find the link to register on Eventbrite. It's an online event on the 14th of June, so just look for Jane Jackson online seminar. But if you miss this one, that's okay, because every second Monday of every month, I deliver a group coaching call. So you can join me, once a month, and it will help you in your job search and also to advance your career. And you'll be able to book via Eventbrite. So links are in my show notes, so you can hop over there. And also do follow me on LinkedIn or visit the Careers Academy at www.thecareersacademy.online. The links are in my show notes, and I'd love to see you there. So until next time, stay safe, stay well, and I'll be with you again soon. Bye now. If you enjoy your career podcast, please hop over to iTunes and leave a review, because that's how we get to reach more people. And if you need help in your career, go to www.thecareersacademy.online, where you'll be able to find lots of online programs as well as one-on-one coaching with me. See you soon.